Hello, this is Mark Mitchell from Wizard Strategy. I'm here again to review another building material company's dealer locator on their website and to see what we can learn from it. And today we're going to go into the world of flooring and take a look at what Armstrong is doing. Certainly a leader in the flooring category. And so here we see their their homepage. And one of the things I want you to take notice of is down here in the lower left, it says save up to $500 at participating stores. Now, why I want to call that out is because when you have an advanced dealer locator like Bullseye, you can, on the locator, you can let people know which are the participating stores. Now, I'm going to do a couple things here. One, I'm going to start out by saying here, a place that I think is one of the best places to have this is in the upper right-hand corner in a big red box or whatever color works for you, but it stands out that says find a store. Right? You want to make this really easy when that person's at that point. And so find a store, and then Armstrong takes us to stores in your area. And I checked this out yesterday, so it already had my address or location in here. And now, one of the things I think that I've learned from what I'll call I learned something from every locator I look at. And one of the things I'm seeing here is this space here, I'll call it the header of the locator, and it simply says stores in your area. And I see a number of companies have started to use this space to call out, like, we only sell to good stores that understand flooring and your needs, or, just some statement about why I'm looking here, as opposed to it's just anybody. Now, I'm really excited to see. It may seem like a little thing, and I think they could have done this as a big, bold thing, but this is so. I talk many times like they will say, here's a platinum contractor, a gold contractor, a silver contractor, but many times manufacturers don't let me know what the heck does that mean, right? And or it's hard to find, right? Well, if this is a part of my decision process right now, if you don't explain those things, if you put a piece of information out there and you don't explain what it is, to me, the customer, you're making it now harder for me, not easier. You're also not really supporting your customers by explaining what makes them gold, silver, platinum, whatever. Now, if we notice here on the left, it says that I have a choice of retailers or home centers. Okay. Now, many companies would just run these all together. Okay, sorry for the phone there. Many of these companies would run this all together and just say, retailers or dealers. And so they called these out. Not sure why, but what I liked was over here, I saw this, what are the differences between retailers and home centers? So here I can look and say elite showrooms, okay? So it says elite retailers showcase the broadest selection of Armstrong Flooring products and are staffed with an expert team of highly trained professionals. Home centers, or retailers in this group, may carry a different array of Armstrong Flooring products and displays. So now I see. I'm going to have, if I go to a retailer, they're probably more dedicated to flooring, where a home center probably carries a wide array of things, and the retailer is going to have not only probably a better inventory and perhaps showroom, but they're going to maybe have designers or salespeople who can help me to make the right decision. Maybe even installation services, where the home center, it will just call, I'm going to a big box and they're going to have a lot of stuff, and yes, they have some carpet. So I got to say, this is so missing in so many other manufacturers' locator sites that I just got really excited when I saw this. So I'm just going to, finally, I saw somebody did this. Some really exciting little, seems like a small thing, but to me, I get excited by small things sometimes. So here we take a look and say sort by retailers or home centers, and we sort by recommended would be distance. Recommended, I guess, is the distance nearest to furthest, and then certified installers. So that's interesting too. Who has certified installers? Now let's take a look at McDonald Carpet and Home. And so here I find that here is McDonald Carpet, 1 Floor and Home, that they're 1.7 miles away from me on the address, get directions, and a phone number. Okay. Now let me just see what happens when I click here on McDonald, 1 Floor. Okay. So if I wanted to learn more, I'm going to have to cut and paste this McDonald Carpet, 1 Floor and Home into my browser to go to their website. I can't get there from here. And I can call them directly. I can't email them, and I can get directions. So those would be, and also I don't see their hours that they're open. So a number of things here are missing. Even if they put all that information in there, if I pick up the phone and call McDonald Carpet, or if I get in my car and drive over there, or if I look at their website and start a conversation with them, Armstrong has no idea that they just sent an inquiry to McDonald Carpet 1. So they're now cut out of the conversation. McDonald Carpet 1 is free to perhaps sell me Armstrong, but maybe there's another floor that if they sell, one more order of this floor, they get a trip to Hawaii, or there's some special rebate deal or something that's going on behind the scenes. And so, they're totally free to sell me whatever they want, even though Armstrong was the one who delivered the lead to them. And Armstrong doesn't know that the lead went there. Armstrong doesn't know that I'm at that stage of ready to buy, so they can't continue to stay engaged with me. And so that's a big I think weakness here. And then let's just jump over to see what we find at home centers, and just as I suspected, big boxes. So we've got Home Depot, Lowe's. So we'll look here at Home Depot, and here's good directions, and here's a phone number. Now, this is just my opinion. I haven't called Home Depot to verify this, but I really don't think that Home Depot wants to encourage people to pick up the phone and call a local store. That one will probably, they're not set up really to do that. And two, they are not, if the person, it's going to be a bad customer experience. You just think about if you call a Home Depot, you're not calling into the aisle where the product is. You're calling in probably to a main number for that store, and then that person answers the phone. That person has to say, oh, let me get somebody in aisle 14. And then they ring, and they hope somebody is walking around aisle 14 with nothing better to do than answer the phone. Usually they're engaged in other things, so I frequently, walking through stores, will hear the phones ring and ring and ring. So not a good customer experience. Then if I do get somebody in the aisle to answer the phone, can they answer my question? And we've just seen a shift in particularly home centers or big boxes where they'd really rather you drive the person to their website, because the website says this store has these products in stock. Here are a whole bunch of answers to questions that you have. And chances are you'll more quickly get answers to what you need than on their websites than by picking up the phone and calling the location. So this is a for all that I love about what Armstrong's doing here, I think they could do a much better job here of particularly in the home center area as well as with the retailers. Now I want to just jump back here and see what happens when I go back to the home page and it says find a store to get started. Now, so it's taking me back here just as I suspected. I have no idea which of these stores are participating, okay, in the promotion. Now, I do see a new thing here that says Okay. So if I hit Elite's showroom, then it says save up to $500. Well, I wouldn't know that. Okay. I just see it's an Elite showroom, and over here, no one is telling me what an Elite showroom is. Okay. I guess just all Elite showrooms are automatically signed up for this, which makes me wonder, did they sign up for it? If I actually go in there, will the salesperson know what I'm talking about? Or will they go, oh, do we have an Armstrong promotion going on this week or something? So here we go to fashion carpets, and I guess they're not Elite, so they're not participating. So I guess, if I were saying save up to $500 at participating stores, which I think is a great call to action, great incentive, if you will, and find a store to get started, then you need to say, save $500 at this store as opposed to Elite dealer. I also got a feeling there's a story behind what makes an Elite dealer, but I'm not finding that here at the top of the homepage, where I see what is the differences between retailers and home centers. I'd also like to know what makes an Elite dealer. So number of opportunities here that are that Armstrong is missing. So to me, Armstrong has what I'll call a functional dealer locator that doesn't really have any advanced features to it that make it easier for the consumer, and also help the Armstrong be able to measure and monitor just how many people are going to what store, who's going. And I know if it's a homeowner, you may go, well, a homeowner sale's so small, we're not really set up to chase it. But it amazes me today I look at a pair of shoes and somebody's chasing me. Why didn't I buy those shoes? So with the efficiency of digital marketing today, it doesn't have to cost a lot to stay in contact with a person and to continue to follow up with them. So overall, on one hand, I was really excited to see that Armstrong gave me that definition between what makes a retailer and a home center. What's the difference? Very, very good. Could have been bigger, bolder, more profitable, but it's there. But then I see the other areas where I think they using some advanced features like they would get with a locator system like Bullseye, that they could really up the game for themselves, for their customers, and for their dealers, home centers, could all benefit from some simple updates here that can be very effective and are much less costly than many other marketing things that we see companies doing today. So I would, I guess I'd give, excited by the good things Armstrong did, but I saw several areas that could really be improved. So I'm going to give them, an 8.6 here on my little score there. So I hope you've learned something from this. Probably the biggest takeaway I took away was, once again, this helping me understand the difference between a retailer or home center, or an Elite dealer, or a platinum contractor, or whatever. That is probably the big takeaway I took away from here, as well as, if you're going to say save up to $500 at participating stores, make it really easy for me to do that. So I hope you've learned something this week. I know I've certainly have by looking here at Armstrong's locator. And if you'd like me to review yours, please just let me know, and we'll see you next week.